It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. Their start of the season can only be described as outstanding. Fans and the coaching staff and the players, too, have to be pleased with how their team and overall gameplay has been coming together. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won a three-point contest, so no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last couple of seasons. Now he's quick to get off his shot off the dribble, which is different from most three-point shooters. That's why some people don't really recognize him as a three-point shooter.
And not only that, Kenny, because he's so fast, you got to respect his drive and give him the space. As soon as you do that, yak him.
Thanks for joining us. Let's go courtside to Kevin Harlan.
That's the sound of the net, Ernie.
Yak him. That's what I hear.
Yak him.
That's what I hear when I shoot.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Timberwolves. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all they got it going. It was full speed ahead.
And the way they attacked the basket in that.
Lee comes in for Sullinger. Singleton, he's checked in for Jay Crowder, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Bradley. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Thomas up top. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Shumpert gets a wide-open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Left side, Thomas. The 11-footer, and it's blocked.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
And the Celtics making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And so it's Cleveland with it. They lead by 17. Freak dishes to Varejão. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, offensively, really like the way they're moving it around for the best look.
How about this? 9 of the last 10 points coming off assists. Nobody forcing the action one-on-one.
Johnson with a screen on James. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. Pass to Smart from past the arc. Good. Smart's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Thomas with the steal. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Singleton misses.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
For Cleveland, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Now here's Thomas. He has 6. The pass to Johnson. Smart kicks to Thomas. With 1 on the clock, an amazing shot just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision. I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks lost in his stockpile. Celtics. Amir Johnson's checked in for Zeller. Lee comes in for Jared Sullinger. Singleton, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Marcus Smart. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mahinmi. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. LeBron's checked in for Shumpert. And Freak subbed in for J.R. Smith. They've got David Lee. He's out there with Jay Crowder. Amir Johnson is out there with Thomas. And it's Singleton in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Screen by Lee. There's Thomas with the 3. Rebound by Anderson Varejau.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
The shot's good from Irving.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Screen by Lee. Singleton the pass to Crowder. Johnson against Varejau. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson outside. Here's Lee. And James pulls it down.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now the dish to Freak. Expanding his range. Shot is off. Celtics trail by 18. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Crowder kicks to Thomas. Screen by Lee. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Crowder. Boston, no good that time either. Cleveland leading by 18. Here's Freak. And it falls over the rim and in.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Johnson the screen. Outside Thomas. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. Shoots from 12, and it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Thomas. Johnson's got his first 2 points. Here's LeBron. A 20-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side.
Now, Freak, the screen from Thompson. In the corner, Irving with it. Freak with it. The second chance effort. No good on that last second attempt there. And so a pretty lopsided.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. Number one, I love the teamwork we're seeing out of you guys. We're tearing them to shreds without passing at the offensive end. Let's keep that going and pile up those assists. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. All right, guys, I know we got a healthy lead, but we cannot let up against this tougher team. Let's go.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I just love the tenacity on the defense.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. On the court for Cleveland, Thompson and Varejao at the 4 and 5. Freak is out there with Irving, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. 1:33 left to play here in the third. Thomas goes in. Here's Singleton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight. Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
And another shot. Lee with the block, but they'll get another chance. Shumpert dishes to Freak. They get it again. Here's Varejao, and finally they hit one. Varejao's got his second basket of the night.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
And here is Thomas. 10 points for him. Over in the corner, Lee. 4 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by Lee. Irving against Thomas. Irving kicks to Freak. There's the 3. Can't get it to go. And as we conclude the third. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Soldic shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. We've got Rozier. Olynyk is out there with Perry Jones. And it's Hunter in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. For 3. The shot no good.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Pass to Olynyk. Here's Rozier. Here's Hunter. Feeds it to Olynyk. And that one's good. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Freak passes to Harris. Now here's Freak. Off target from the wing. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Heat. Singleton the pass to Rozier. Nice ball movement by Boston. Kept alive by Boston. Another shot, and he sinks the layup.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
There's a screen. Out to the wing. Passes it to Hunter. Three-pointer. And good on the basket. Book it.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used, but they've got to balance it out.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
Back to Harris. A three ball. And that is good.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Rozier the pass to Jones. Here's Hunter. Can't nail the jumper.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Freak passes to Drew. There's the pick. Good on the shot. Here's Rozier. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside, Jones. Now, here is Singleton, guarded by Harris. Pass to Hunter. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Love's check in for the Cavaliers. James comes in for Drew. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So it's the Cavaliers now.
Got it. Let's get
Now James. They set the pick.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Here's Rozier. Here's Olynyk. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. LeBron with it. He dishes it to Freak. Misses the 3.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Here's Olynyk. Busts the J after the cagey pass thing.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less whatever they wanted to do.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the player.
Get the ball inside.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Kyrie Irving. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Here's Rozier. Outside, Jones. Rozier, the pass to Jones. Shoots it up. Drops one in from the wing.
Singleton.
And so here's Cleveland. And here's Freak. He feeds it to James. He kicks to Freak. For the 3. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A resounding victory for them.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. We got to see your offense in full effect here tonight. Seems like everyone on this team is really on the same page.
I definitely think so. You know, we got a lot of great players on our team, a lot of people who can score, and hopefully we can just keep building on it.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive. And you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.